A book trailer of Rethinking Education in the Age of Technology by Alan Collins and Richard Haverson. The President has questions. One man has the answers.
Good morning, Alan. Thank you for meeting with me today.
My pleasure, Mr. President.
As you know, I am going to pump a tremendous amount of money into education, and I am particularly excited about educational technology.
That would be awesome. Technology has changed education. Thanks to the internet, no longer is a student solely dependent on the teacher for expertise, nor is a student confined by the parameters of the school building for experimentation. Quite simply, with educational technology, we can move away from school and focus more on learning.
That sounds a little revolutionary. Are we going to do away with our school buildings?
No, sir. In fact, educational technology can add to our existing infrastructure. We would like to see a more seamless integration of technology in schools. Technology should be part of the everyday school experience, a more natural part of the learning environment, rather than a trick to a specialized lab. That is why you're seeing more specialized schools spring up. Home schools, parochial schools, private schools, and charter schools. In addition to workplace learning, distance education, adult education, learning centers, educational television and videos, computer-based learning software, technical certifications, and internet cafes are all created to serve populace hungry for a more technological-driven educational experience.
As a steward of history, I am concerned about the place of schools in our society. Horace Mann understood the need to have an assimilated society, and he rightfully recognized that state schooling was the best way to accomplish it. In the 150-plus years after, schools have educated, fed, clothed, nurtured, counseled, disciplined, and helped raise generations of Americans. Are we moving away from schools as the primary institution in our lives?
While I believe that schools will always have their place, they no longer hold the monopoly on where learning takes place. In fact, I believe that the responsibility for educating is shifting away from the state and back to the parents and individual. Students are recognizing the need to develop 21st century skills in use of resources, working with others, acquiring and using information, understanding complex systems, and working with a variety of technologies. Over the last century, routine jobs have been disappearing, and the demand for flexibility and thinking has grown.
What about the inward nature of schools to resist change? Too often teachers are handed down reforms and forced to implement initiatives without any guidance or continuing support. I have heard from educators who fear that too much dependence on technology will upset classroom management, lead to negative assessment, and continue to erode at the classroom authority. How can a computer create the emotional connectedness that comes from a teacher?
Research has shown that the teacher-student relationship is an important factor in improving learning for students who traditionally struggle in schools. Therefore, it is important that students involved with computer-based learning environments receive regular targeted feedback in a non-critical, impartial manner. Also, it would be best if students working in computer-mediated environments are part of a community, either offline with friends and family, or online with people who share common interests.
Any final conclusions?
Even those of us who don't embrace technology in our lives now must understand the possibilities of new technologies in the embrace of furthering education. Technology has changed the way students conduct research, communicate, and solve problems. Technology has even changed what is important to learn and how it is learned. I know you have important fiscal decisions to make, and I would encourage you to make the increase of educational technology funds your Sputnik moment. Thank you for your time, Mr. President.
Thank you for your insights, Alan.